We're doing a very special Marvel Madness episode to try to find the very best Marvel project to ever grace a screen, be it a film, a special, a TV show, anything. To do that, we have taken the top 60 Marvel projects as ranked by the Tomato Meter on Rotten Tomatoes. The highest Tomato Meter score, X-Men 97 with a 99, and the lowest, Iron Man 2 with a 72. Yeah.
What's next, Dan?
So the second bracket, let's hit it up. We're starting off with our number one seed, Ms. Marvel, versus number 16, Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Nate, I'm going for your wild card. Like, Ms. Marvel
Samesies.
is great. I think the critics are way high on it, man. Like, I really do. It's a fun introduction to that character. It's great to show, like the teen struggling with things and the torn between family and superhero and everything. But
They say the word mutant. It's whatever. Like the it's perfectly serviceable.
mhm.
It's perfectly serviceable. But I've got childhood bias towards Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
So
It's
do I.
crappy animation. It's many things are not great about it, but it has some very stylized 1970s, 1980s designs for some of the superheroes that we grew up on and have like kept us hooked into our adulthoods. Like we grew up with one episode in particular where Spider-Man and his amazing friends meet the X-Men, and they're
Yes.
all in their very 70s look. Like Colossus is like he's got the yellow and red like
Yeah, Wolverine's
Dorito
like
shaped
tan
thing.
and brown. Yeah.
Yeah. And no, Wolverine's not. Whatever. He's not that in that particular episode. There are multiple, but yeah, it's the very stylized 70s versions of all these characters, and I've got nostalgia for it. Will that carry it past the second round? Probably not, but it's enough. Mwah, chef's kiss. I'm gonna give it credit here, and we're gonna say that it beats Miss Marvel for now. Yeah.
Agreed. Next up,
Okay.
we have eight seed Ant-Man and the Wasp versus a nine seed Moon Knight. Um, I like Ant-Man and the Wasp a lot. I think that Paul Rudd is fantastic as the Ant-Man. He's funny and it flows really well. You get the introduction of Ghost. You get Walton Goggins as the villain. Um, but I'm going Moon Knight. I love the way that that is put together. I love the way that it's presented, and the hero doesn't know what's going on, and the way that it kind of all flows together and stuff. Really, really cool. I'm going Moon Knight.
Sure. I don't care about either one. But no, I mean unfortunately we're gonna get some of these in the first round where it's like I do not care. And Moon Knight is perfectly serviceable. Ant-Man and the Wasp is already a follow-up to a property that's not as big of a thing from our childhood. And
Right.
so I'm not biased towards it. Moon Knight was like a single page out of an Avengers source book when I was a kid. So I was like, should I watch this show? It ended up being pretty entertaining. I'll give it to Moon Knight. So there you go.
Well done.
Yeah.
Next
Next
up,
is
yes,
yeah, Spider-Man No
Spider-Man No
Way
Way
Home
Home.
and Guardians 3. Uh yeah, clear winner, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, I
Um
agree. I think the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 really moving everything that Rocket is going through. You get some fun moments, obviously, because it's a Guardians film.
I think that there are some tonal missteps in there. I think that it gets too like in your face dark. Um, and it makes it difficult to watch. It's like you walk in expecting a lot of fun, and the subversion of expectations, I mean, it works. It throws you out of the moment, but it also throws you out of being, into the movie. Instead
Hmm.
of like thinking about what the character is going through, I'm thinking in the seat. I'm thinking about the directors and writers making these creative choices. And um I'm not just sunk into the film. It takes me out of the narrative. So Spider-Man No Way Home, for all of its like cool fan servicey stuff, sure, I think it wins this.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. It's a great movie. Tom Holland's the greatest Spider-Man. It really, really good.
All right. Legion versus X-Men the animated series. So 90s X-Men, which we both grew up on,
Yeah.
versus Legion, which I watched in college.
And
Um,
I have not seen, so I'm kind of relying on you because I'm going X-Men the animated series because I've seen it. I grew up with it. It's a soft spot, but I have not seen Legion. I just didn't. It came out like was one of the 4 or 5 mutant shows from 2017 to 2020. I just didn't see it. So
Legion's good in its first season, really. The villain is the Shadow King. There's a very exciting twist towards the end of the first season. And there is a sequence where the main character, Legion, is like they're trying to get the Shadow King out of like possessing his mind and his brain. And it's like this montage of his whole life and all the pain he's been through. And it is set to Speak to Me, Breathe by Pink Floyd off of Dark Side of the Moon. And that one little episode, because that's most of the episode, is like he's in his own head, is really good. But it's not the animated series X-Men, which is the perfect like little microcosm of like um of our whole childhood. It is fun. It teaches kids to be tolerant of people who are different. It's got a bunch of crappy '90s slang. Like, does a mall dog eat chili fries? Is a line in the X-Men the '90s. So, like, yeah, we'll give it to that one. Sure, I think that's great. Yeah. Um,
all right.
number five in bracket two, Agents of Shield versus Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah,
torn on which way to go here. I almost want to just give it to you and say pick. I think Avengers: Age of Ultron is better than a lot of people give it credit for. I love Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I think that the Ultron villain is actually pretty cool and menacing. It's a better film than a lot of people give it credit for. Agents of Shield, super long, a ton of stuff happens. Every season is very different.
yep.
I'm very torn.
See, the tough part is if they canceled the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after the first season, this would be easy and it would win, right?
Yeah, I agree.
But it goes off the rails. It gets salvaged a little bit because after like in like the third season, there's like this weird subplot with another Shield or whatever, and Edward James Olmos shows up, and I love that guy. He's Adama in Battlestar Galactica, great actor. And he carries the show on his back for like a season and a half. Um, but it's not.
I do
Eh,
think like you get some good characters there. Like Fitz and Simmons are really great, and their whole
they are.
story. That's why I'm leaning Agents of Shield just for Fitz
I
and Simmons.
I agree. I think that it goes off the rails, and maybe that'll be its downfall in later brackets. But for now, yes, it beats Avengers: Age of Ultron. Um,
Also, can
cool.
we just say,
Next,
wow, the critics are really high on it. Like that was the number 2 seed in that bracket. So
Agents of Shield.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay. Captain America: Civil War versus Avengers: Infinity War. Two things with war in the title. I don't like Infinity War.
really.
Yeah, not a fan. Were you gonna pick that one?
No, I was going with Avengers 2.5, which is Captain America Civil War. I think that it's really well done. I love to see the whole thing. I think that Baron Zemo is a better villain than people give him credit for. I know I just said that about Ultron, but the way that the Avengers are fighting against each other, the introduction of Black Panther, a lot of great stuff happens in this movie. I'm going Civil War.
Intro of your favorite Spider-Man too. So
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, great. Civil War. Logan versus She-Hulk Attorney at Law. I'm gonna try to feel out your opinion here before I use my little Excelsior button for this one.
Oh no,
Because
it's
I am
definitely it's Logan. It's Logan is great. I
great.
think She-Hulk Attorney at Law is fun. It's a little bit crazy at the end with the fourth wall breaking and everything. It's like, okay, that's fun.
I like Deadpool. I'll give it a pass for that. But the storytelling in Logan is great. Patrick Stewart's performance in Logan is great.
Yes.
X-23 is a great character, and just the bits from the western from the 1950s called Shane that are included in Logan are just it's just it was the perfect send off to the X-Men universe, and then Deadpool and Wolverine ruined it, but that's fine. Um,
Yeah, I mean, Logan is a beautiful send off to that character.
mm,
Um, I agree with you 100%. Like no contest, absolute blowout. It wins by a mile.
Great, cool. Next, Big Hero
Rounding out,
6.
yeah, ending
Big
up
Hero 6
bracket two.
versus Flappy Bird and the Cold Shoulder, right? Or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Um, what do you think?
I I watched Big Hero 6 in preparation for this, and I really enjoyed it. I went in
Mhm.
knowing nothing about it. I went in like not having any idea of what was going to happen, no idea what the property was. I thought it was really, really enjoyable. And maybe knowing nothing about it was kind of nice because I know a lot about Marvel stuff, and it was like a breath of fresh air to go into it and just be like, "What is this? Wow!" I was kind of blown away. It's very Disney, but it's got my vote.
I will Excelsior on this one for Flappy Bird and the Cold Shoulder.
No,
Yeah. I think
are
it's
you?
the best Marvel TV show in existence.
It is
And we will
not at
probably
all. It's 100% just a setup for how he becomes the Captain America.
and I haven't even seen the new Captain America with Harrison Ford as Red Hulk or whatever. I don't care. I think it's great. It's all of the stuff I like. It's all the stuff. It's not, I don't view it as a setup for Captain America 4. I view it as a follow-on to Captain America 2, Winter Soldier. Um, it's got all of the elements I like. It's got all of the espionage, all of the intrigue. Baron Zemo, like you said this yourself earlier, he's a
He is
great
an
villain.
underrated villain. This kind of ruins it for me. That makes him into a joke. And Big Hero 6, I love because the hero and the villain literally have the same motivation. They have both lost someone, and it motivates them so well. It's such an intriguing plot device. But you have Excelsiored it.
Yeah, no,
Nothing
Big
that I
Hero
say
6 is
will change
great.
your mind. So,
Big Hero 6 is great, but I have to pass Flappy Bird and the Cold Shoulder out of the first round. I feel like I would be doing my favorite show, and I'm the only person I have ever met with this opinion about this show, and I love it to death. I mean, I've met many people who are like, Loki's the best thing ever, WandaVision's the best thing ever. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Flappy Bird and the Cold Shoulder, and I will keep calling it that. I think is the best Marvel TV show.
oh my gosh.
um, with possibly one exception, which will come up in a couple of rounds.
I am
But
so very disappointed, but okay.
well, we
I
have
will
two
swallow
Excelsiors,
that.
right? Each. We
Yes,
have two
two
each.
Excelsiors each through the round of 64. I'm looking ahead and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna have to use mine. We'll
Oh,
see.
I might on one that I care about that's coming up. So we'll see.